Welcome back to Qatar and the Lusail International Circuit, a track that has a long history for two-wheeled motorsport action. But tonight it's the four wheels of F1 that are back, and Lewis Hamilton going for another win here. So we're back here in Lusail, and this is the track map. 3.34 miles, 16 turns, and just one DRS zone out of turn 16. It's already a fast and flowing track after all. There's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS, though, through the long straight and into turn 1. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Isack Hadjar lines up on pole position, and Dennis Hauger completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, Doohan, Gasly, Ocon, Leclerc, Vesti, Iwasa, Tsunoda, Behrman, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Hülkenberg, Fittipaldi, Sargent, Théo Pourchaire, and Zhou Guanyu. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. I don't know about you, Ant, but it seems like only a couple of weeks ago we were talking ahead of the first race. Here we are, ahead of the last race. This year has just flown by.
Yeah, a lot of races to cover these days in Formula One, Crofty, as you well know, doing them all yourself. But it's the same for the drivers. It comes at you thick and fast, and you've got to pace yourself as well to get to this point in the season. If it has gone your way, it's a great time to just enjoy it. There's nothing that can change in the championship pecking order, of course. If you've won the championship already, go out and enjoy this race and send yourself off through the winter break. If it's been a bit of a year to forget, you can try and take a bit of solace in this Grand Prix, end on a high, and carry that energy into next season.
If you go away from this weekend having not given it everything, you're going to be devastated and disappointed for months. So let's get out there and give it a really strong finish and leave it all out on the track. Okay, so let's go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs. Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Leading the pack, that's P1. We don't currently have the data for that request. Hauger behind. You've got 18 laps until your pit window opens, 29 laps to go. As things stand, we'll be second in the championship. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. Now use DRS. DRS now available. Job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. First position, front of the pack. Hadjar's behind you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. 16 laps now until your pit window opens. 27 laps to go. Isack. We need to save some ERS, so let's use all the techniques you know about to charge it up. Oh, great stuff. You hit that target. Really good job. Nice move, good job. Laps of fuel remaining. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. of 20 laps of fuel left. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Okay, Isack, Verstappen's ahead of you. Right, here we go. Let's look to get past quickly and put them on the back foot. Yes, mate, we hit the target. Nice work. The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it. VSC deployed. Bodywork's taken a few scrapes. Try not to make it any worse, please.
Safety car deployed. Stay positive.
Okay, we've been informed due to increasing risks, they're moving from a virtual to a full safety car. Full safety car. Okay, we can't take you right now. Pit next lap, next lap. Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. work, we're in P4. Doan just ahead, push hard. Okay, they're on fresh hards, and Verstappen's behind. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, gap to leader, 3.4 seconds. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops, let's go. Verstappen behind you now. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Side pods have taken damage. Keep an eye on your engine temperatures. Cooling may be adversely affected. Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature. And remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Green flag. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Okay, Isaac. Right, that front wing damage is going to hurt us. We've really got to look after it now. Let's put everything into protecting that front wing, please. As things stand, we'll be second in the championship. So you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap. You're in first position, front of the pack, and Verstappen's behind. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap. Well, mate, thank you for giving that your best effort. It might not have been our day today. We've had a tough old afternoon, but it's been an incredible season. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you have too. And we'll definitely come back stronger next year, eh?
And with that, another year of Formula One draws to a close, and a new World Drivers' Champion is declared. Another entry added to that prestigious list of the sport's most incredible drivers. And it's victory for Isack Hadjar as Red Bull gives you wins. Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap. What a season it's been. I'm off to put my feet up now before it all starts again next year. Take care.